And what's going on, guys? Logan here for another video, and today I'm going to be talking about just how reliable Mustangs have been to me. I've owned two. I've owned a 2005 V6 Mustang, and I've owned this 2012 Mustang GT. Now, before I even start, one thing that's actually really clear to me from owning both cars that I have and having a ton of Mustang friends and everything, and I've looked in their cars and everything like that, is that the V6 Mustangs, they're not built to the quality and pretty much the durability of the V8 Mustangs. One example of that is that on my 2005 V6 Mustang, the thermostat housing, Ford, they made it super cheap. What they did was they sandwiched together 4 or 5 different plastic pieces to make one thermostat housing. So where almost 200-degree coolant's going to be flowing through, it's just sandwiched together and held by adhesive. With that coolant flowing through, it's just going to weaken the binds and everything, and what happened to me is just coolant's going to leak out and everything, and it could cause damage to the engine. I caught it soon enough where I just parked on the side of the road, poured a little bit more coolant in, but I got lucky because I've heard of other stories of people just blowing up their engines. But aside from that thermostat housing problem, it was actually a really good car. The only other time that it left me on the side of the road was really my fault, because when I put my new throttle body on there, it extended a little bit further than the old throttle body. So the old throttle body wires, I had to splice them into new wires, and over time, I think after like 3 years after I added that throttle body on, it came loose, and I just didn't know what was wrong. I found out after I popped my hood and saw the wire and everything, but that was the only other time that it left me on the side of the road. Now, as far as this 2012 GT, this has honestly given me no problems at all. I'm actually really happy with it. The only time that I've been stuck on the side of the road is when I got a flat tire, and that wasn't even my fault. I just picked up a nail on the side of the road. And honestly, with my GT, I just don't have any complaints. The only one thing I wish that they would fix is the interior. I mean, this is just an outdated interior, and honestly, they did fix it on the 15, 16 Mustangs. The interior looks so much better, and I'm kind of wishing that they did on this car. This is pretty much the same interior for my 2005 Mustang, so I mean, I just wish they did it on this car, but I mean, I'm not complaining just because I know on the 15, 16 Mustangs, it actually looks really cool. And literally, the only reason I'm complaining is just because all this plastic everywhere is just really cheap feeling plastic. When you go over bumps sometimes, this over here kind of squeaks when it's touching like this little sidebar over here. I mean, it's not bad. I just wish they kind of improved it a little bit for this model. And don't just take my word for it as far as how reliable this car has been for me. Look at my miles. I am right at 71,000 miles in this car. I bought it when it had 29,000 miles, so you do the math right there. I mean, 40,000 miles that I've driven. You know, it's not really giving me many problems besides, yeah, I mean, me being stuck on the side of the road with a flat tire, which wasn't even the car's fault. But yeah, I mean, this has been a really reliable car for me, and honestly, I mean, I don't even see myself getting rid of it anytime soon. Now, of course, there's going to be that one in the bunch. Like, I have a friend who actually had a 2011 Mustang. He got it, and then like after like 6 months, the engine blew while he was driving down the road. I have heard of some things like that happening before, but it's very seldom that I've actually heard anything like that. I mean, I've heard things with Corvettes, Camaros. I mean, every manufacturer has its little eggs, but the vast majority of these kind of Mustangs, the Coyote Mustangs, have been really reliable. And sorry guys, I was actually at work, I just got off. But as I was saying, the Coyote Mustangs, the Coyote engines, they're actually a really strong engine, and they can handle about 600 horsepower, rear wheel horsepower. But once you go to supercharge and turbocharge them, you really will need to upgrade the rods, because that is the weakest part of the engine. So if you're going to supercharge it or turbocharge it, definitely build it up. But guys, that will be it for today's video. I'm headed to the gym now. But if you did like this video, please like it, please subscribe. And as always, have a great day.